Howdy everyone, WindDrakeHEX here, doing a live draft commentary, set 3, Armies of Myth, for shardsandwards.com. Pretty powerful pack. Um, G, I've seen it cast a few times in draft. More of a constructive concept. A little hard to really reap a huge benefit. It's difficult to build a deck around. It's just full of actions. Really like Runeweb Infiltrator. It's good even not in spiders. The evasion and the eventual eggs. Broadcast is definitely first pickable. My pick is going to be incubation webs. Just stops big things and adds eggs. I think one of the best removal in the set. For the exception, its weakness is there are a lot of revert things floating around. You can kind of get in trouble there, but for the most part, it's very strong. In most games, you're happy to play it. And really, just the one champion, Ovo, the shift deck isn't really that great. You don't see him very often. And the troops that give revert are kind of undercosted or overcosted. So anyway, best card in the pack is probably Crypt Seeker. I don't want to jump in the diamond if I can help it, especially when I'm have a decent spider card. I personally believe spiders, when it comes together, is the most consistent deck, and a lot of you are going to be shocked to hear that. But it mainly comes around its ability to just control the game on multiple stages of the game, and then eventually win with RNG. This card right here, turning 1/1s and the 2/2s, it all of a sudden makes your spiders play around all the sideboard cards that people play against spiders, and just having a bunch of 2/2s is good. Also, 2/3 for 3 is perfectly serviceable, especially in a control deck. That 3 toughness on turn 3 is just fun. So, pretty happy to get that pick there. Let's see here. So, again, if you're noticing a theme in spiders, it's not just make a bunch of spiders. It mainly comes around toughness. So this card right here, a 2/4 flyer for 4 that can bring back, your Vampire Kisses or your the one that gives -4 on attack, or even your removal. Super huge. It just being a threat in and of itself. It's a lot packed into a 4-cost card. I love it a lot. In fact, I'd pick it over a Psychic Psionic Arcalect. These tend to go. You have more opportunities to pick those as time goes on. There's some other good cards in this pack too. Relic of Nuzan is fine. I like him best in Wild. It's a 3/3 for 3. Though Slip Strike or some form of evasion is fine too. But yeah, we're gonna go Cyclonic Shaman. Be quite happy. Also has a 2/2 flyer for 3. It's fine, but I would have picked the one with the shift on it. It's pretty good. Not that great in in spiders. And there's a bit of a sacrifice in spiders because look at the cards you're passing, right? Ghost Feather is super sweet. It's for just one resource, you're going to transport something on to as a Spirit Eagle. And when I say one, you're only paying one extra than what you'd expect to pay for a 2/2, which is 2. So it's a fine card in and of itself. And then a pretty big bonus. A little bit of a setup, but you probably will find a target for it if you're in Diamond because you're probably pairing it with Ruby and tend to kind of spam the board. But that's what I'm talking about, man. Spiders, a 1/4 for 2 that can exhaust your opponent's troops. Let's control all over it. I love this card so much. Very happy to take it. Moving on. The O2 enabler is fine. They're kind of a dime a dozen. You don't want to lean too heavily on those if you don't have to. Again, there's a pretty good. Ashwood Blade Master. That's definitely a signal. But at the very least, Elves is open. This card is a must deal with if you're playing Elves. It's really kind of a fringe deck just because, you know, Elves in and of themselves aren't that great. Maybe get some more resources. It's really this card right here that turns on the Elf deck. But anyway, we're not in it. Not going to worry about it. I would love a Brave. I think it's fine in any deck that can cast it. But now I'm kind of building my base and continuing to send strong or cutting spiders as much as I possibly can. So I'm pretty happy here. Throwback's fine. Uh, Vivisector's fine, getting a little bit of mill action. Surprisingly, though, Cripple is a powerhouse in spiders. You don't necessarily need to kill things, you just need to stay alive. and this just helps you go more turns. More turns equals more RNG in your favor, and sometimes it can help you win combat, because it's a quick action and it's a very good card. I like it a lot, and it's not very popular, so playing 4 of these is great. Being able to bring one back is awesome. Just control that game, and there is our confirmation that we're supposed to be in spiders. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th pick hatchery cultivator, easily first pickable in the spider deck. Put one spider in the deck, well, let's just add one. And in and of itself, it's a 2, 4, 3. Super solid. Love everything about it. I'm stoked. So the way that spiders loses is in the air. So that's why cards like Cyclone Shaman, Cripple, really any removal really helps. So it does have a strong. Flyers tend to have a strong game against spiders. So I've just learned to just keep that in mind. How are you going to beat Sack? How are you going to beat Sapphire Flyers, whatever? How are you going to beat Spirit Eagle? So something to always think about. Mindborn is probably not going to make the deck, just because it's basically just a 3/2 flyer. There's not a whole lot of targets you want to make fly. So probably just going to hate a card here. I hate hating, but that card's never made the deck. After 10 drafts, it's kind of like maybe if you get a Psychic Torment and you just want to get the mill train going. Whereas a card that's surprisingly good and even better than Viviseeker right now in my book is Throwback, because then it does help you catch up, stabilize, manipulate some cards down the line, maybe even get a flyer out of the way, stuff like that. I would take Viviseeker if this was pack 3, just because I think that's a more important card for the deck. But this makes me more flexible and helps my consistency if I have this in my sideboard, if I have access to that card. Here, this card's just a bit too expensive. It's hard to, you're not really all in on one troop in spiders, so it's another one of their strengths, is that even if your opponent has a lot of removal, still can't necessarily deal with all your threats. So I'm just going to hate draft something. Might make the deck, might not. Really glad this wheeled, because that was going to be the one card that I regretted not picking up. So yeah, got to get that mill. You just have to. You can win without it, but man, you want to turn a spider deck on, get some good mill in your deck around turn 5 to 8. And it's really hard for your opponent to come back. The fact that I'm seeing this so late means that maybe Sack, which is kind of Spider's arch nemesis, isn't happening right now. It could just be wishful thinking. I'll just hate the hardest thing to deal with. And then, yeah, Suffocate. I played it last draft. I went 2-1. It was okay. I normally don't like keeping up that many resources, but the games do go long. And in a top deck war, it's pretty strong. Just the problem is, the things that you want to counter are probably like 4 and 5, 6 drops, right? And it's just really hard in a typical game to keep up that much resources, all right, I don't know how much this card is worth. I'm hoping somebody makes a deck with it so it could go up to like $20. Chances are it's like probably like $1. I mean, $2. But again, it's this. What I'm giving up is Vampire Kiss, which we could probably get more access, get another opportunity to get one later. Shadowblade Assassin, because that was lethal. 3/3 for 4, and you can shift the lethal onto something that's not really relevant anymore, and just control the board is really what you want to do in Spiders. So both those would be fine cards, but at the end of the day, it's also splashable, which is a little crazy. I'll have to read the card more. We're not going to have a ton of 5 drops in Spiders, but anyway. Also a card you don't really want to play against, so I would never hate draft first pick. So that was a rare draft. That was for the money. Just need that money. This is an unfortunate pack for us. We really have nothing. Nothing for us. This isn't really worth it in a spider deck. You want your 2 drops to be these guys. Yeah, this I might hate draft. Problem with this guy is it seems like you don't want to sack spiders. You're winning with your spiders anyway, so you don't want to sack your win cons. I guess maybe it helps you win a turn sooner, but paying 3 resources for a 1/1 just really hurts. So it kind of sits in your deck waiting for an opportunity, and spiders doesn't need that opportunity per se. So it's more about the card's more of a sack deck. It's more of a sack thing. It's a sack enabler, and it's also a finisher. So pretty good card in that deck. I'm just gonna hate draft something. Really sad. Tempted to hate this card. Probably gonna do more work against this than this card. So I guess I'll just hate draft that card. I don't know. Is someone to my left happen to be in spiders for some reason? I don't get how I just don't see any spider or even serviceable blood cards this late. I could pick this card, but it's really unnecessary. Whereas this card's really good against those. I don't advocate hate drafting, but this pack's been so bad that it may be correct. Like I said, we're not gonna. This isn't gonna make our deck. We don't have anything one solitary target that we need to protect. This card just doesn't do enough. This card is quite good, or it's fine. It's like middle of the road, but we want our 5-drop slot to be taken up with Sonic Arcalite. So we'll just hate draft the card that is extremely good against spiders. Just Staggering Blast. Alright, so all is not lost. Emirates are great. You're happy with 4 of these in your deck, spider deck. But you cannot pass up. This is the #1 enabler in spiders. It just typically gets through a couple times, and then your opponent has to waste a removal spell on it. So it just gains all its value. And it's just great. It's evasive too. Just love this card. I would play one of these, probably. This card wheels, I'll probably pick it up and play it. I'm hoping this wheels. Still makes me think that maybe those are just bad packs, and Spiders is still pretty pumping. So yeah. Not gonna hate drop this pack. We definitely play a Shadowblade Assassin. I think we need some 4s too, so it's not too bad. We need some enabler help. Hopefully we'll get those in pack 3. I'm definitely doesn't look like anybody jumped in the spiders too hard. Pack, I don't know what you do that for. Maybe with a Femto or something might make you want to jump into spiders, but I think I could still anticipate having a good pack 3 in spiders. So, interesting. We have one side. I guess maybe we could pick up a little extra mill. This card is pretty meh, but it is a 2. I don't know, enough 2s. It helps with your consistency. We're going to be able to stabilize pretty consistently with Nizak, having 2 Nizaks, but I could also hate draft this, just never play against it, or increase my odds that I never have to play against it. Still may do that just because there's nothing really. I'm not going to pay a whole card just for 3 spider eggs. It just isn't good. So yeah, we can do something pretty controversial and hate draft. And that's good. And some of that is predicated on the thought that I am the spider drafter of this draft. That this draft may be the only one, and that is somewhat affirmed by getting another really late Rude Web Infiltrator. So doing a little better. Some solid wild cards. So at this rate, we're gonna have another chance at a Vicious Vivisetter. It's the 3rd one we're passing, and it doesn't seem like anybody wants them. So yeah, feel okay with my picks. Hate drafting 2 of those, which means I'm totally just gonna tilt when one beats me, right? But yeah. So this is fun. This is fun. This won't make the deck. It is an interesting concept at a 3-drop slot. Putting them on like a Cyclone or Life Gain is like probably the 4th most important, 5th most priorities in control deck. It's nice, but it's not really relevant enough to be worth it. But what are we taking? This card's a little too cute in spiders. This normally doesn't make it. This card's kind of meh. We're not worried about things being reverted necessarily. Well, yeah, I guess we We're gonna hate just because we have one incubation webs. That was a bit of a panic pick, but oh well. Yeah, 2 Shadow Blades is just fun. Really just trying to control the ground, not die in the air, and slowly win with spiders. That is the name of the game. So control the ground, control the air, control the ground, control the ground, control the ground and air, control the ground, mill, control the ground, then enablers. Everything's fun. Maybe in the shift deck. That card, we're not really going all in on one big thing. It's a good sideboard card. It's really an undervalued card. Especially in your like Coyote Flyers deck. This card's really good. Yeah, so now I've never seen this card cast, probably for good reason. Now I guess I'll take the card that we may play out. Honestly, I would have been happier to say drafting there, just because this guy isn't going to do anything for us. He's not going to make our deck. Vivisector, get in there, buddy. Where's the big 6 drop that gives me 6 eggs? I haven't seen a single one of those. I wonder if someone else is messing around with spiders and just maybe doesn't know how to draft the deck or something. Not worried about that card. That card's unplayable. Not worried about that card. Maybe now we can play the People of Creation. It'll fix me. So I like to play 9/9. 9 diamond, 9 blood for consistency's sake. 1 in spiders, so it's 18 shards. Maybe People's fine. I don't have a ton of 5 drops. In fact, currently. Anyway, Buffalo might make the deck. I doubt it. Could have maybe taken the enabler there just in case we do kind of panic and need enablers. So what would cause me to not take an incubation webs? A card that's worth about $5 and is an incredible finisher in any deck. When saying at the Drake Nomad attacks, void the top 2 cards of your deck. Create copies. Yep. Put them in your hand and play them for free. So if Sin doesn't win the game, that effect will win the game. Chances are Sin just wins the game. Now, and it's at a stage in the game where your opponent probably doesn't have removal, so pretty good. So this is why you want to. This is great control finisher. This is like the perfect control finisher, and it's like I would love an enabler and removal. Say Sin, if Sin was worth 30 cents, would I take this over it? No. This is a bomb. Bombs are good. 2 hatchery cultivates, obviously great. So now our focus is going to be on the removal and the enablers because that is what this deck needs. We need more ways to not die to fast fire starts and fast aggro starts. I think we're going to do it on the ground with the cultivators and the Nazaks and all that, but still haven't quite seen how we're going to do it in the air. So we need some vampire kisses, we need some cripples, and we're just not getting them. This card can this card inadvertently can help protect against flyers, and that I typically give him the major ability where he nerfs attack when I'm in a control shell. Making him a flyer is okay. Making him rage is not great, but it's okay. 2 Ragers are pretty good, but we're not that deck, so. Anyway, long story short, this card's fine and playable. Not going to be mad picking it up there, but I am asking myself, oh my god, look at this pick, man. Okay, here's the deal. Psychic Torment is the nuts on spiders, okay? Just takes everything you want to do and makes it go faster. I still think I'm the only spider drafter, and I know I need more enablers. My deck doesn't quite just win the game with Psychic Torment in it, but it does win the game if I lock down the ground and just make a bunch of spiders. Psychic Torment is something I would pick typically over Runewind Infiltrators. I'm going for the Runewind Infiltrator now because we need enablers. We need things that actually put spiders in their deck more than we need mill. But this card is so good. But I could see this coming back. Probably wrong. Probably gonna get a little sad. I'm feeling pretty good on the enablers now. Champion ability, 3 of those. And 1 of these. Take a rock cast now. And again, that little enabler should wheel. Probably not gonna play you. Oh man. That's a really difficult pick. And you know what? I might have botched it. I'm interested to hear your guys' feedback on that because they're both extremely important in spiders. I chose the one that seemed my deck needed generally to do better because it could be a dead card too, but it's not a dead card because you make spiders. I know some people argue that it doesn't really turn on because by the time you're already winning, it's when it's good. But we have flyers in the deck, and it's even if you can just get it through once, twice, it just increases your odds of spiders. It's like it is a little more win more, but it's just so powerful. It goes from like winning in maybe 9 turns to like winning next turn. So it's not necessarily your typical win more type card. But yeah, we'll hate drop the rare card here. I did say I'd play 1 of these in the deck, but honestly, this locks on the ground and mill. Playing 2 of them is kind of like the sweet spot. I don't even know if we're playing 1. Suffocate. I'm feeling like we can really lock down. We can really control the game now. Our removal got a little better. It's not ideal. I didn't see any paraphages. I didn't see any of the 6/6. The 4/5s for 6. They do eggs. It's weird. I mean, somebody is actively picking them. It's a common. I think I'd see it at some point. So are we dying to flyers horribly? No, I don't think so. Not gonna play you. Not gonna play you. You just won't. I don't think you're gonna make the deck. Whereas I may throw an incubated just to seal the deal. Our mill's pretty good. Curve's okay. Oh, I just really want to see Psychic Torment come back. Yeah, it's fine. You fly. No, this card definitely make the deck if I played Psychic Torment. It might have been just wrong. Because really, if I'm the only one playing spiders, I don't think I'm the only one playing spiders. I'm not the only one picking spider cards. Let's put it that way. Rune Web could come back just as often as Infiltrator. Or Infiltrator could come back just as much as Psychic Torment. I think it's on the next 2. I don't remember which pick it was, but yeah, we kind of need more 2s. I already have 1 of these, right? So yeah, don't even know if we're playing 1. We'll hit draft that. Come on, Psychic Torment. Come on, Psychic Torment. Saw Kyle deck play Psychic Torment last draft. Interesting. It's actually okay. We didn't get it. I don't think we got it. That may haunt me the whole draft. Tide tends to go to what is good right away. It doesn't need a setup cost, and typically Rune Webs. You want as many shots to have Rune Web in your opening hand as possible. Psychic Torment may not do anything for us. Though that is flying in the face of my direct experience, which is Psychic Torment is just amazing every time it's cast. So I think that was a big mistake. It's gonna haunt me forever. But I still think our deck's good enough to go 3-0. So yeah. Alright, let's go through this. What are we doing? Enabler. Probably going to be good at any time during the game because chances are we're going to lock down the ground. I'm going to get rid of this for a second. Alright. Wanted more removal, but kind of. You did okay. Enabler. This card's kind of meh. If you could get it to trade off or something, you're super happy. Most of the time, you're just suicide attacking it. And to get. It is kind of a liability, especially because you want things to block the ground. I just wanted enough 2s for consistency's sake. Just wanted something to do. But this card is pretty poopy. Alright, so the Zacks are great. That's great. Making 2/2s is great. Probably want you to, when you come in, nerf something. Yeah. Yeah. Help us live against flyers. And yeah. So this deck pretty much builds itself. I gotta go. Thanks.